Hi guys, I want to share with you the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man Artist Edition from IDW. It's huge. I love Todd McFarlane. It's run on Spider-Man and Amazing as well. He created Venom with, well, he says he created it himself, but you know, I'm not one to judge. Here's that Amazing Spider-Man issue where he was fighting the Hulk with the power cosmic. He had the power of Captain Universe. Here's the first issue that he was in, 298. I remember buying this on the comic book rack. Yeah, it's just gorgeous art. None of this would be possible without collectors out there sharing their collection with people, or sharing with Scott at the time. And he scanned them. The reason that the pages aren't full on these is because on the start of Amazing Spider-Man, Todd was using just a regular 11 by 17 artboards from Marvel. And then when he started on Spider-Man, the adjectiveless Spider-Man, that's when he had the twice up. So that's why the book is a little bit bigger. And you'll see that later on. This is 300. They just showed the first appearance of Venom. Right here. Mary Jane frightened. Finally seeing it's Peter. Eddie Brock getting the symbiote. So when Mary Jane was in her modeling career. Prowler, the Black Cat. I love those gargoyles that he drew. Shrike. This is during Inferno. Harry picks up the goblin suit. and the gold becomes live. I remember reading this and getting it home and just being blown away by the art and being weirded out by the stuff becoming alive and wondering what's going on. You find out later that demons from Limbo have taken over Manhattan with the Goblin Queen's help. The spaghetti webbing. Michael Golden was the first one that started the spaghetti webbing. On a cover he drew. The Return of Venom. They got most of the covers that he drew in the back of the book. These are all interior pages. Scorpion. I would love for them to do an Eric Larson one, but he lost most of the original art pages in a house fire a long time ago by now. So, I mean, there's some pages that got out, but most of them were destroyed in the fire. There's Paladin. I think this is during an assassination. There's Silver Sable. Good old Cap. There's that Hulk issue where he fights the Hulk. I like David McFarlane's writing during this run on comic books. I think the original seller of Todd's artwork was his dad. Yeah, this is when they started going, this is Amazing Spider-Man. When he left Amazing Spider-Man and started the regular adjectiveless Spider-Man, he went big on the art. Like you can tell, see how the art goes all the way to the corners of the page. This is the twice up pages that artboards he got from Marvel, or had Marvel get for him. So they're just huge. Gets more real estate to draw these beautiful pages. And he was writing it himself this time, so he was doing both. Writing and the art. Finding the Lizard, Kurt Connors, being influenced by the mystery assailant. There you go. Craven the Hunter and gorgeous 2-page spread. Ghost Rider, Demogoblin, Ghost Rider, Wendigo, nice quarter page, 2/3 page slash, I would say. Double page splash. He signed twice. It's gross putting ketchup on a donut. Wendigo. Somebody's out there to help him. You can tell by that. Good old Wolverine. Oh, this is Rob inking him. I'm pretty sure it was Rob Liefeld inked him on this. Yeah, he inked him on both pages. You can tell usually his brushwork isn't so heavy-handed. This one looks heavy-handed to me. I liked it when Scott Williams would ink him. I liked him when he inked himself, especially. When Todd inked himself, it was pretty nice. Rick Mygar's inker on this. And Todd inked some of the pages. Morbius, the living vampire. God, he made him real creepy. Hey, look at that. And this one. I remember this was a big deal, him putting that black costume on. Mary Jane did not want him to put it on. But he was going into sewers and dark places. He wanted to be more sneaky. A preamp for Spawn's giant cape. Yeah, here's I said the covers were. This is a cover for $2.99. We also drew the cover for $2.98. 300. 301. I love this dichotomy of the black costume and then back to the red and blue. Or black, depending on who's coloring them. Stereo covers are cool. That lizard cover. I remember picking both of these up off the spinner rack. Just being like, oh, I don't know if I should read this one. I love this one with the Hobgoblin versus the Green Goblin. That was a good issue too. Venom came back. Good old Hydro Man. Yeah, this cover, I saw that cover. I had to buy the issue. There's no way I was leaving. It was called the Book Emporium. It was just an old bookstore, used bookstore. And that's where they had a spinner rack and a magazine rack that they had new comics on. And I would go there and buy them. It was really random. Sometimes they'd have issues there, new issues there. Sometimes they wouldn't. Like I remember it took me forever to find issue 300. I remember that. Finally I think I was able to get 2 copies of it. One for me and one for my brother. But I'm not gonna lie, some of the covers, like, see, he did the artwork for these Spawn, or for Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man issues, and the adjective flows, and he used the oversized paper, but when he did the covers, though, regular sized. So, I don't know. Maybe this Marvel's cover paper, he just wanted to use them up or something. I don't know. There's no reason he couldn't use a regular Bristol for it. Marvel Age cover. These classic Spider-Man, I remember buying these too because I loved having Todd draw these reprinted. Marvel Tales was a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man from the very, very beginning. And they had Todd and Eric Larson, a whole bunch of really famous artists do the covers for him. I love these two covers. The X-Men were on it. That's an Incredible Hulk cover. I love that Juggernaut one. But yeah, that is it.